So, let's start in this game. So, for anyone unfamiliar, right, with what we're doing, if you've been watching any AoE content, like, ever, you are not unfamiliar with this game mode. But for those who are, I will still quickly explain it. The idea is, instead of spawning in with a TC, right, with your town center just somewhere, and your 6 villages, this is a little bit different. You can see, if we go, for example, for Royal Placo's perspective here, you can see there's one villager spawned over there, another one spawned somewhere over here, and another one spawned somewhere over here. He's got some resources in the bank, and then you choose the place where you want your TC to be, and you can actually build it right there, right? That's how that works. So you start, you can pick the place where you spawn, which is kind of cool, right? Near the deer, near the woods, is not a bad spot. Now, what's happening then is, for example, all the way up north, right away, we see 2 people literally building their town centers right next to each other, all right? Which is going to create chaos, because both want these berries. They have their own woods, so that's cool, but both want this gold as well. But, spoiler alert, Dinar right here in the colored teal playing the Delhi, it's not going to be able to get this gold because it's going to be protected by the Chinese TC of all things. So this one's going to go up, up, up very fast because the Chinese built it like 100% faster. It is ridiculous. So that's going to create trouble for Dinar. I mean, he's got sort of safe gold in the back of his base, so it's not that bad, but it's still not ideal here if you're the teal player. So Magna is gonna try and absolutely shred him, right? Nom, 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 nom. Oh. Honestly, that's quite rough as well. Losing all those sheepy boys if you're Dinar. Nah, the lag thing happens again, so we pause it just for a second. Then he's gonna catch up, and then the lag should be gone. Perfect. All right. So now the question becomes: do I just keep on talking when my mouth is full of bread, or do I just sit there in silence? I'm very bad at not talking. Anyway, Slady, far west, gonna be chilling, playing the Mongols, color yellow. You know what would be dope? A map like this with just one big gold mine in the center. I remember a similar concept in the CNC model maps. Like a huge fucking, I mean, maybe it's there. And honestly, this map's not too different from that. Although the big gold node you're talking about is kind of divided into multiple tiny gold nodes right here. Look at that. The center of the map is absolutely filled to the brim with gold. And that's the thing usually in these Megarandom maps, right? It's just the resources are not too abundant in on the edges. So you have to go towards the center of the map eventually. Now, we see Esdiv, H3 again. Big surprise, right? In the east, he's got a good spawn, honestly. He's got some water, although it's not really stacked. There's no deep sea fish in there, just some shore water fish, but a lot of shore water fish, by the way. Look at that. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Yeah, it becomes one huge ass 5 for every... Yeah, fair. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Maybe there's already one such a map. We just don't know about it, right? Now, let me check. You know, we're just going to go clockwise around the map to see who's sport where. We do see from Russia, Witch Love. We call him Under because that, again, is his Twitch name, and that is way shorter to say. Playing the Delhi, again, he's been playing Delhi a lot lately in these free-for-all matches. Purple, on the berries, chilling, nothing to worry about, kind of safe. Although his northern neighbor, watch me do this, is not too far away, right? You would see some aggression from either play. The thing is, Under needs to go north for more resources. If you go east, there's literally nothing there apart from a few berries and mountains, right? So he has to go north to expand. So watch me do this is one way or another. He will have to deal with his purple southern neighbor there. Now the thing is here we've got Royal Placo, Blue, Roos, already under there, right? Makes sense. He needs to get the bounty going. Does he have a thinking like a hunter cabin already? Doesn't look like he's going for a hunter cabin just yet. Interesting to see there. Lastly, I think we've got Ari. Ari is a very good IRL friend of mine, and I think he hasn't played this game for about 6 months. Right, like me and him, we bought this game like simultaneously, like with a couple of other friends, played some team games. He never really got into it, and hasn't been playing in half a year at least, right? So I mean, I'm rooting for Ari. I'm not gonna lie, but I think Ari doesn't stand a chance. I'm not gonna lie, but hey, it's gonna be fun to see how he's gonna play it as well. And if you listen really, really carefully to these Delhi villages, you can sometimes hear them say Ari. Sometimes we'll take a quick look at that sometime, right? Every once in a while, we're going to check back here when there's a lot of villages. You can hear them, wait. You hear that? Ori! Ori! This one keeps saying Ari. Anyway, professional casting right there. He'll be fine. I'm not sure if he will be fine, to be honest. But hey. I'm going to have to find out. So. Map spawns. Very okay. As if alone again in the corner. As usual, mate. As usual. As if playing the H3 again. So his main civ and Savely in the corner. He's going to boom his heart out once more. What he always does. He wanted me to join as well. Fuck no. The thing is, you can't... Twin, okay. I feel like you can't take it if you just get fucked over. Alright? A little bit less well so, at least, compared to Ari. Now, aggression expected, firstly, here in the north, and potentially here in the south as well. Feudal Age aggression from Delhi can be really, really mean. Right? But I feel like these are so close to each other that aggression has to be coming down here. I'm too competitive for this mess. Fair enough. I mean, that's you know, that's what happens sometimes. Ari, gonna kill that wolf. Go get him, Ari. Go get him. Magna, I own the mill. But old chat, wait, really? Where's Magna? Which one was Magna? Pink? No way. No way. Come on. Return. I mean, the mill is a little bit closer, isn't it? Oh, double IO. Oh, no way, mate. No way. All of them. And then they're on here. They're definitely going to bring it back to the CC. Oh, that's so unlucky. Magna, my man. What's happening? What's happening? The betrayal is real, but that does also mean, like, he's now, this guy is absolutely worthless, right? But do keep in mind as well that this thing is not generating any taxes, right? It's literally 2 taxes in this one. So, for those who don't know how the IO works, right? The imperial official of the Chinese, he can supervise one of those drop-off buildings. He can't supervise the TC, but he can supervise a lumber camp, a mining camp, or a mill. And if you supervise it and your guys bring it back, like food or whatever, to the mill, then it gets, I think it's 20% or something increase. I'm not exactly sure. Do we somehow check? I think it's 20% increased resources, right? So from 10 food, you would make 12 food. But, like, it doesn't work, obviously, if they're... Oh, now they're doing it. It doesn't work if the villagers bring it back to the TC, because then, well, it doesn't get supervised. So that's kind of a nasty thing. Interesting how Magna opens with double IO. I've never seen that before. Now, we've seen the first players go and advance into the feudal age. I think Playco was the very first one going up with the Golden Gate as the Ruse. That makes the most sense, right? There's literally no other landmark you would ever build if you're the Ruse, except for maybe in the next patch, because the Kremlin could be actually kind of okay. Could actually be kind of okay. Watch me do this. Managed to age up as well. Go for the Archon Chapel. No Minework shenanigans. I mean, again, I think it makes the most sense in these late game games, right? Usually, the free-for-alls always go to Imperial, right? Like, no exception. There's no game that ends in Castle here. So, I mean, the Minework's just going to fall off in value, and the Archon will just be valuable all the time. Ideally, you get the Archon in such a spot that you can build farms around it still, right? So you see the houses out here, the woods maybe, you know, maybe you chop like late game, but ideally you get as many farms as you can, so the area of influence spreads, you know, on the farms. As if has been aging as well with the like this. As if, thank you very much for demonstrating, mate. I hope you're listening, because this is absolutely fucking perfect. So what you see him do here, the Archon still gives the bonus to the gold villages as well as to these food villages, but he leaves a little bit of space around the Archon so that he can place the farms around it, right? As if is so fucking lucky with his spawn. He is, and with his civ pick as well, because this is by far his main civ. In every game, Asdiv gets a great spawn, honestly. It's kind of ridiculous. But hey, what do? It's just a big brain. Slady, aging up with the Deer Stone. Some people would go for a Silver Tree as well. Slady doesn't do it. I mean, honestly, one of these two, So either Magna or Dinar actually have a pretty good spawn as well. But one of the two has to go. Right? So whether one of these players goes down, the other one has an insanely good spawn. Like literally the whole northern part of the map, all theirs. So it's literally just a matter of, okay, if you're Magna, you take the Dinar out or vice versa, and you can boom your heart out. So, and a little bit less so for these guys right here, right? I mean, these guys are very close to each other. First expansion here actually already for under. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. So not a whole lot going on. Like we keep talking about this, but there's not usually a whole lot going on in these Megarandom free-for-alls in the first 5 to 10 minutes. Now, we do see another expansion here up north from Magna. Very exposed, I'm not going to lie. Wonder why he chooses to go down there. I mean, he wants to secure some wood, I suppose, because wood is going to run out soon, and the berries are kind of okay-ish. I mean, these berries are surely unattainable for him. And the sooner you got the expansion, the more you're going to boom, right? He doesn't have the Song Dynasty yet. He didn't build both the Imperial Academy as well as the Barbican of the Sun. So far, it's just a neutral and naked double TC build. We don't see anything like that. Oh, Magna, you bastard. Just out of range of the TC as well. Going to tower. The English tower rushes or the Mongol tower rushes are kind of nasty. But the Chinese, mate, these guys got gun slits in there. So once the gun slits are completed, I'm pretty sure this tower will be able to fire at those farms. And that is really nasty, right? You don't want towers firing at your farms at all. Now, Dinar's going to age up with a Tower of Victory. Wait a minute. That's that one landmark that no one ever builds. What? What? Why? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I always build a Tower of Victory's Bay. I know you build it sometimes in these games. That's true. Now, this age up is going to be denied, chat. 2 villages down. 3 villages down. Dinar's out of this game. Dinar is completely out of this game. He manages to torch this one. He loses so many villagers. You have to be kidding me. Oh, lordy lord. A new age begins for Ari. Let's see what he went up with. He did go for the Dome of the Fate. I think that's the smarter choice. I mean, the age up, okay. I'll eat my words. The age up will go down. And he will reach feudal age. But if we take a quick look at his village account, it's 22. And as for Magna, his direct threat is 36. So as what? About 50% increase? My math is actually pretty shit. But I think it's about a 50% increase. Now, barracks are going to be built here by Magna. I think he wants to go for feudal age aggression. Just literally end Dinar right here and right now. I mean, for feudal age aggression, right, it's not even that big of a deal going Tower of Victory. A thing that I do notice, though, is that Dinar has not built a single mosque yet. That is a little bit of a problem. Let's see if Dinar got the mill upgrades. Did he even build a mill? Dinar did not build a mill. I'm not sure how comfortable he is on Delhi at this point in time. That's looking rather nasty. Rather nasty indeed. Looking at the center of the map, you see Royal Plague just chilling, right? Hunting Kevin out on the ball, as we see the Roost players do quite a lot. He's on the goal in the middle of the map as well. He's feeling okay. He's got some expansions down south. 2 extra TCs already. He's going to go boomy, boomy. He knows he needs to play Imperial Age, and he will, right? He's just prepping for it already. Now, in the meantime, Reknit's already been filled here by Esdiv. More relics are being... He's already on 5 relics. What the actual fuck, Esdiv? How? This man is ridiculous. He's going to build the barracks. Now, I wouldn't be surprised to see him Imperial Age, like, anytime soon. And you can see he's probably going for it, right? He doesn't need to go aggressive in Castle. He doesn't need to do anything in Castle, but making sure he reaches Imperial ASAP. He just wanted to play a Swabia, right? And that he's going to be cackling all the way to the back. An extra TC is going to be added, though. Wait a minute. You don't see that a whole lot out of the HRE. Like, if you go fast Imperial, why get an extra TC? Well, you know you're going to have the Pencil Swabia soon, right? Alright, who am I? Who am I? Regnus Cathedral now going to be placed by Watch Me Do This. Is there any relics on the map, though? Looking at the minimap, I can't find any. There's one over here. Right? All the others have already been taken. Let's see if Slady took some. Slady did go out with a step readout. He's making the standard Mongol ball build, right? Now, on his Uvu, putting some stables down, going to double produce some lances. Let's see what he's going to do with those lances, right? Slady, I don't think feels the need to go too aggressive as well. What's with the tower rushes, mate? Why is everyone building towers anywhere? I'm talking about towers. How's it going up here? I mean, still okay-ish, somewhat. There for Dinar. Not out of the game just yet. But now the Lancers are going to strike here at the base of Ari. Poor Ari! Don't do it to him! Slady! Slady, don't do it to him! I mean, Ari's bringing the Spearmen. Right? He's bringing Spearmen, which is a good thing. I like it, though. I like it. Go, Ari! But now what? Like, the Khan's going to shoot at you. He needs to run these guys back, and that's exactly what he's doing. Ari shouldn't forget, and he might, that he can build walls with this Spearman, right? That's the only... Delhi's the only Sith who can do that. He does also remember to get his scholars in the mosque as well as in these production buildings, which is a good thing, right? Which is a very good thing. Ari does kind of forget, though, to get Sanctity. Not that he's probably going to be able to get the Sacred Sites anyway, but do get all the upgrades, right? He does not forget about the specialized pick and shit. Kind of forgot about these, though, about the lumber camp upgrades. But hey, you can't have them all, chap. You can't have them all. Actually, I think we were on Ez's perspective there. You only got a horticulture out. But hey, Ari's doing okay. He's doing okay. I mean, these, like what I was about to say, are very close to each other. A lot of towers here being brought here for Playco. I mean, these are TCs for Playco, but it's so close to Watch Me Do This base. He needs to react on this, right? There's literally no way that Playco can get away with this in some sort of a peace agreement between Watch Me Do This. As now under down south playing to Delhi also reaches Castle Age, really where Delhi shines. So Watch Me Do This is going to be a little bit in a pickle, because on the one hand, sure, he can get aggressive here a little bit on Playco, maybe even torch down to TC, and I'm pretty sure he will be able to do that as a defensive keeper going to plays down. A little bit more aggression here. Ari manages to get his villagers safe inside though, so that's okay. But looking back down here at the Playco extension, or expansion I should say, the thing is, if under just wants more space, he literally just walks over the base of Watch Me Do This. So in this point in time, even though Watch Me Do This kind of build his base a little bit south of the map, genuinely, he's still going to get sandwiched, because he was unlucky and under even spawned more south of him and literally hugs the edge of the map, right? Literally hugs the edge of the map. So Watch Me Do This might be in a little bit of a difficult spot here. And where we thought to see a lot of aggression here up north, we have seen aggression and towers and nastiness. But on the other hand, neither player looks like they're out of the game just yet. If we look at the score though, Magna is at about 2k, right? Whereas Dinar is only on 800. And that's got everything to do with villager count, with military count, and well, look at all these destroyed buildings, mate. And I would like to point out once more that if we look at the base of Dinar, he has not made a single mosque playing the Delhi Sultanate. So, a little bit of a mistake going on there. Still no specialized pick in for him yet. He does now manage to get double broadaxe, so that is good for him. But it's not looking too promising. Honestly, not looking too promising. He built also the Tower of Victory, but forgot to get his Arges rallied close to the Tower of Victory. If you don't know what the Tower of Victory does, it's actually like the most uncommon landmark, I think, in the game. So if you get your infantry next to it, they will have a permanent 20% attack speed buff, which sounds fantastic, but the other landmark is even way better. As the towers are shooting villagers left, right, and center, he needs to get off of this wood line, now realize and go south. This villager did not get the memo and might be shot for his trouble. Oh, one more shot and he's definitely going to go down. Oh, Lord, that's so nasty. He lost so many villages. Let's take a quick look. Dinar On 16 villagers, 20 minutes into the game. That is just GG for him. There's no way he's going to get back here. Literally no way he's going to get back there. Let's take a quick look. Let's tune in with Ari, right? Ari making an army of archers and hardened spearmen. It does have the hardened spearmen upgrade, which is fantastic. Slady's got an age advantage on him, though. So if Slady tries to go aggressive on Ari, and it sure looks like he's going to do that, the men-at-arms are going to absolutely shred them. And Ari's not even close to going to the next stage, right? Not even close. So by the looks of this, while we initially thought that the first casualty would be well, suffered up north, at this point in time it kind of looks like that Ari might be the first casualty, because this fight he will never win, right? Sure, he's got the spears for the knights, but the men-at-arms are literally going to shred, as Imperial Age now has been reached by Slady as the first player in this game. So we do see a little bit of a lag spike once more. We're going to fix that in a second. Now Ari's archers and spearmen are running, but the numbers are equal, but the units for Slady is just better. That's just the truth. As we do quit, like, stop this just for a sec. Let me nom a little bit. Fantastic. Now the game is going to catch up and we should be fine. But the age advantage is just so real here. As another tower is going to be brought up. I don't know why. Just kind of in the front line. Not where you want them. One knight goes down by the spearman. That's not too shabby. Another knight's kind of low. Might be able to get that one down as well, and he does realize. So although the trades honestly aren't even that bad for Ari, he's 2 ages behind compared to Slady, so that's gonna be very nasty for him. We do see some Ari villages down here. I'm not sure why they are. They may be looking for an expansion, say, okay, I need to get the fuck out of here, so I'll just go. In the meantime, I mean, the expected is happening, right? Denars is going to absolutely maybe even be the first casualty still, because Ari's look like he's going to go down, but Dinar might be even in a worse position at this point in time. Now that TC is going to go down. Only 2 landmarks here for Dinar, so if the Tower of Victory is going to go down, he's just out of this game. Out of this game entirely. And so is Ari, sooner rather than later. Although his landmarks do still sound, right? 43 villages, not that bad. Cannon emplacements now. As indeed, TC does go down. A lot of rams being burned down, though, by the villagers. Imagine if these were PvP villages. They would instantly kill the ram. Aye. Entire eco here for Ari is going to go down. Dinar biting the dust. Out again, way too early. Poor bastards. Poor bastards. That's just it. And Ari will be soon to follow, no doubt. There's Imperial Age units in his base, while he is still in the Second Age. First time Delhi, we could tell. No, we could tell. Donal has officially been eliminated. As if now in Imperial Age, he's got, how many relics did he get? 3 in there. So only 5 relics, right? Only 5 relics. Going up with the Elzbach Palace just for the memes, right? Just for the memes. Why? Why there as well, right? Maybe he wants to protect himself against the landmark snipe. And the Elzbach Palace is sort of okay, right? Because what does the Elzbach Palace do, chat? It's got a fuck ton of health, and it's just a keep, right? But the thing is, ideally then, why not build it next to another landmark so that the other landmark takes reduced damage as well? But hey, that's just me. Chinese towers go up way too fast, mate. Way too fast. Now, interesting shit happening. Elephants are happening. Placo looks like he's trying to defend. Watch me do this. Am I looking at it right? Wonder in the corner. Big brain, mate. He's going for a wonder victory. He already knows it. And he goes for the Elzbach Palace to give it more HP. What a bastard. What a bastard. Oh, mate, I've got my coffee. Fantastic stuff. No. That's good, isn't it? Alright. Back to the game, chat. So far, the thing is, Magna now literally has all the space in the world he needs, right? As we see some very angry Germans trying to kill horses. Keys with relics, 33 less damage taken for all buildings. It is pretty strong. It's pretty strong. But I mean, if I think like if your enemy reaches your wonder, right, you're probably dead already, right? Because then your army is lost. Unless it's like literally a matter of seconds, then the 33 attack damage reduction does add up. Now, watch me do this is such a tough spot. Whoa, 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 Nick. I'll call you Nick. Cheers for the follow, my man. I appreciate that. As Ari, unfortunately, for all of us, surrenders. Second casualty of the game. You weren't the first, though. GG and well played, we say to Ari. Poor lads. Very rough experience the first game after 6 months, I suppose. But hey, what do you do? The fan favorite is going down in the color orange. You shall be remembered, Ari. No idea. I bet you had no idea, my man. No idea what I'm doing. I mean, honestly, like, I think it was your first time playing Delhi as well. And no offense to Dinar, but I think you played a little bit better. You've watched more streams, I think. You've watched more streams me playing Delhi. Big brain. Big brain. Now, Asdiv, I mean, Asdiv's looking to go a little bit aggressive, I suppose. Do a little bit of damage. I mean, he's going to get the extension here, of the expansion here from under. Hey, what more? Half the Netherlands all of a sudden watching. So, what's happening down here? Nothing. Literally nothing. Absolutely nothing. So the action is surprisingly from Asdiv. Why? Just fuck off, honestly. Asdiv can just do the thing he always does, right? Oh, that keeps throwing me off. Wait, I'm going to swap to Asdiv's perspective. Nice and peaceful. Nice and peaceful. All right. Some very angry Germans, though. I mean, I like how Asdiv, he does this a lot, actually. Like, he walls up. He just plays defensively, right? Wants to go for the wonder. But he also simultaneously just goes extremely aggressive. And if you look at his resource bank, I mean, sure, he's already popped cap. He's got 150 eco, so he's definitely going to go for that wonder. No doubts about it, right? But he still wants some army to be able to, you know, kind of fuck everyone over. Which I really like. I think this was Ari's poor scholar. Poor scholar, mate. He wanted to get the sacred side. He just missed it. Just barely missed it. What do you do? How is green still alive? I think either one... I think under is kind of protecting him at this point. I think purple is... They're a little bit of a peace treaty, right? I think what you do is like, okay, if you don't attack me, mate, I'll fight for you or something. I don't know. Some mercenary contract kind of deal. A Slady now manages to keep the first sacred side of the game. We see a lot of red here as well. Stone. I mean, surely, Asdiv is going to go for a wonder again. He's so big on the stone. That is ridiculous. So many in the west. Everything is in the southwest, mate. The north is completely safe, and the east is completely safe as well. I mean, you would even be better off just getting yourself in the center as a royal player now makes his way up to Imperial Age. I mean, that's just what happens, my man. That is just what happens. Now, you could argue, okay, this is not a good fight for Asdiv, but Asdiv doesn't care, okay? Asdiv literally doesn't care. He just remasters his army and chills. That's all he has to do. That's literally all he has to do. And, I mean, watch me do this. Although, apparently, being protected by under is in a tough spot. This is literally, if you just look at the mini-map, right, is like a painting. We've got a beautiful, beautiful red color at the like at the right side of the map. Some yellow-ish on the left, but then there's like big blue blob, big purple blob, and a little bit of green in between. And that is not where you want to be. And I was saying that these were bad traits for Resident, but what the fuck happened to watch me do this army? What happened? How are these guys still alive? How does that work? What the actual fuck? Going to siege down more Trebs, which are really expensive units? Wait a minute. Is Asdiv just going to be able to flat out end watch me do this right here? There's no way. Where are the elephants? Where are the elephant reinforcements? He's bringing some crosses as well, just to fuck over some more men at arms. And there they are. The elephant reinforcements here for watch me do this. And then you can see them very deliberately targeting, not a moving, right, but targeting the units. And now he's going to attack the TC. Okay, maybe they're not so much of friends of each other as I initially thought. But I mean, maybe the elephants do that automatically. I'm not even sure. Like, if you right mouse click just one of these guys, the R just shoot at them, but maybe the elephants still just automatically siege something down. I'm not entirely sure how that works. It's looking rather grim, though, one way or another. It's looking rather grim here for Watch Me Do This, as Under is actually able to go Imperial. Let's see what landmark he went up with. They go with the Palace of the Soul, so a free tower wall elephant production here for him. They have a mind of their own. They run amok, as they did in Rome Total War, right? You remember if you played Carthage or something, you had the elephants, but then if fire was thrown at the elephants or something, they wouldn't listen anymore, and they would just absolutely trample all of your own units, which was kind of bad. And then you had this button you could press to fucking kill your own elephant, which was a very good unit, but I mean, no good to you if it doesn't listen anymore. So you could just fucking kill your own elephant. That's nasty business. Grandpa out here, just absolutely two grandpas supervising all of the gold, or the stone workers, because again, Ezdiv wants all the stone for both a wonder and all the stone walls he could possibly dream of. First stone walls have already been created, right? Already down there, but he wants more, mates. He wants way more. By the looks of it, I mean, he's gathering a lot of stone, but by the looks of it so far, he doesn't even necessarily want to go for a wonder. I mean, this placement says it all, right? He definitely wants to go, although I'm not sure if you can fit a wonder there. I'm honestly, I think a wonder is too big to be fit here. Maybe, just maybe, you can fit it right in there. And I don't know how big the influence of the Elzbach Palace is, but otherwise you'd have to pull it here, or maybe in that corner. We'll have to see if he even goes for a wonder in the first place, right? More and more barracks now being thrown down by Ezdiv. Like, the German war machine, like we know it, is back in business, folks. As another sacred site is going to get capped, at least. It said so. I think it was just going to get neutralized. Elzbach influence is extendable. Okay, so if you build just houses next to it, it's like the House of Wisdom for the Abbasid, is it? Royal play code, going with elite knights, as if he's playing the French. Just out on the map there. Not doing a whole lot, just sieging some buildings down, very unimportant buildings. The real action's down here, though. I mean, Ezdiv, although he realizes that Watch Me Do This is being protected by the elephant horde of Under, still looks very determined to go and kill Watch Me Do This. Now, Watch Me Do This only in the third age, only 3 landmarks, of which one is very battered and bruised. The Archon is now super dead, and the Rechnitz is right there. So, I think this is just game. This is game for Watch Me Do This. There's literally nothing that can stop the landmark snipe here, and that's just GG. A market being thrown down here for Watch Me Do This. That is not going to save him. The elephants, although very strong, are too slow. And unfortunately, the auto attack is going to snipe the market that he was so busy building. The last landmark of Watch Me Do This is going to get torched down, and that is just him out of the game. Poor lad. I mean, he has survived for long enough. I'm not gonna lie. The fact that he managed to survive this long is actually kind of nuts. But unfortunately for him, third one to go down in this 8-man free-for-all. I get the market up to make traders. Well, yeah, blame the elephants of Under because they sniped, or the Trabs, I should say, because they sniped the villager building it, and then the Trabs just killed the entire market in one shot. I would have built Swervio and some of the middle map. You should have. If you got the chance, obviously. Talking about the center of the map, as all of these units will go down. An elephant does fall, though, which is obviously very unfortunate if you're Under, but hey, Under is all good. More villagers join the fray to get another keep going. Or not. Nah, never mind. Doesn't want the keep. He decides, you know what, I don't need to be here anymore. Never mind. Never mind indeed, as we see keeps just chilling. Now, what's Magna doing? Magna's chilling, mate. He is the definition of chill. He got Dinar out early in the game, and now he's the Chinese. He's booming his ass off. He's got 130 villagers, right? He must be in Song Dynasty. He's in Yuan Dynasty already. So Firelands is maybe on the table. Grenadiers are actually already on the table. So Grenadiers with Bombards is probably the name of the game here for Magna. He knows how OP Imperial Age Chinese can be, especially if they're left alone like this, right? As they will witness, he got all the big mines already. True. He's got like He's extending his area of influence a little bit, and he's very heavily, like, on these as well in a second. He was on the big stone here as well, right? So, he's basically prioritizing getting all the resources out now so that his enemies can't get it later, right? You see immediately these guys going up for the next stone. Or whether they do that automatically, right? So, if you're SD, if you want to take note of this and place another mining camp right there, that's definitely worth. I mean, you can say a lot about Ezdiv though, but Under is out on the map as well. He may not have the map control necessarily, but he's got the southern part of the map, right? Feeling okay, and he's out here on the middle. Village fortresses obviously being researched, almost done as well. So this is going to act like a TC as well if he needs even more villages at this point in time. Let's take a quick look at this at his stock take. He doesn't need more villages. He's perfectly fine. Stone and gold, most important free for all. Gonna mine those big fuckers up ASAP. True, and that's exactly what you see most players doing here, right? Especially in the middle where the most chunks of gold nodes are. You get the gold, you get the stone, and then, well, you profit in the end. Now, what's Slady been up to? Because Slady did down Ari, but hasn't been doing a whole lot ever since. He's reached Imperial quite a long time ago. The Stupa production buildings being placed around the White Stupa as well, right? Which makes sense because it acts as a Nuvu. Now, he hasn't been doing too much. Let's see what his pop is looking like. Only halfway through his pop cap, and he does have a little bit of an extension right here, right? Or expansion, but that's just because he wants the step readout on one of the gold veins, which makes sense. That's going to 50% increase your gold income. Very muy importante. And, well, Playco is going to force a response out of Slady, and he brings the Knights, but he also brings Bombards. Now, these Bombards could be very easily sniped by all these hand cannoneers. I don't think the heads up is there, though, for Slady. And the Bombards at this point in time are not necessarily the threat just yet, but I'm not sure why Slady's running away. I think he could definitely take that fight. Those hand cannoneers literally shred through the elite knights, but I mean, he feels like he has to back up. For some reason, feels like he has to back up. Now, those towers, I mean, with the Bombard emplacements, that is kind of an investment, right? So, one of those cannon emplacements actually costs you almost 400 resources. The tower costs another 100, right? So, almost 500 resources. As a lot of villages for Slady here are going to get down. Wait a minute, I do think that Slady, all of a sudden, has become a little bit troubled. Now, the hand cannoneers are firing away. As long as this huge wall of these man-at-arms lives, those hand cannoneers can fire away and do fuck tons of damage. But I don't think the man-at-arm, well, numbers are there. As you can see, the last one of them gets slain, absolutely put to death there. And although the men-at-arms didn't really provide too much of a meat shield for the hand cannoneers, they still are able to do, even up close and personal, a lot of damage. But they're so squishy. That's just the problem of these hand cannoneers. They're so extremely squishy. Barely any armor on him, not a lot of health as well, and most of them do fall. And do keep in mind, these trades are perfectly fine for Playco, right? Although knights are expensive, hand cannoneers are expensive as well. And, well, the one knight trades easily for, I think, 2 hand cannoneers at least, right? At least. So, the thing is, Slady does have the defender's advantages, so he reinforces just so much quicker. Now, I mean, Royal Playco has to go back and help himself, right? The thing is, these Bombards, ouch, that's just 1k resources. The other one's going to go down as well. And if Slady targets it well, the other Bombard might go down as well. He doesn't go for it, though. He decides to fight the Knights up first. I mean, kill the Knights first and then get for the Bombard. If you can manage to do that, that's actually pretty okay. Poor Ari, neutral outpost right there. You will be missed. Now, I don't think he's going to go for this one. He's in too deep, right? You don't want to kind of extend your lead. It does have the hands up to just quickly kill one of those buildings, so he gets a 50 resource bounty, right? China, mate. China's a thing. He's chilling, cackling all the way to the bank, right? But the real action, honestly, I mean, we were talking about a potential wonder here for Ezdiv. He could still very well go for it, by the way. Holy crap. But he still has an army, and it's just expanding. He's not turtling in his base doing nothing. I really respect that. I really like it. It's 2 grandpas here, I think, biting the dust. Poor grandpa didn't get the memo that they were moving away. But, I mean, Ezdiv is going aggressive on under, while also ecoing and preparing for a wonder, I'm pretty sure. Although he doesn't have a whole lot of walls just yet. But we've seen this out of Ezdiv multiple times, right? Where he just pressures the enemy in their base, be aggressive, and then build the wall there at the back of it. Although, surely he's on the aggressive down south, up north. He can, like, Magna can do whatever he wants, right? And let's see what Magna's bringing to the table. He's Might be ecoing for a wonder as well, chat. Might be. You see neutral dock out there. Could possibly be trading with that, but you can't really build a dock down there, so it's definitely not worth it. Could be trading if you're Magna with a trade post down here or something, and then trade with a neutral dock. Because the land traders can trade with docks. Now, as if just preparing, maybe just wants to keep under in his base, right? Maybe that's what he's going for. More gold being farmed here by under. A lot of gold, actually. Those were 3 big chungus 8k gold notes. Now, more aggression now. If Blako just remustered his knight army, knights and bombards appears to be the name of the game here. Towers are going to get slain, as I don't know what's happening down here. A little bit of knight on knight action will be won by Slady, but the numbers are not here at the front line for Slady, and I'm afraid this is it. This is it for Slady. If this is all he can muster, it is going to be curtains closed, right? GG and well played, we say, as all of the bombard emplacements with the towers with them are going to go down here for Slady. I mean, Mongol Imperial Age is not bad, but it's not the best, right? Definitely compared to the Rus, they kind of lack a little bit. Slady just surrenders. He knows it's GG. No gold left, which is a good point. I mean, you had some there, but being denied by Magna this gold. Nasty business indeed. And that is the disadvantage of having these corner-like spawns. If you get corners, you can get starved out of your resources rather easily, right? But GG well played to Slady. I mean, manages to take Arya out here, but unfortunately had to bite the dust on the aggression of Royal Placo. Now, talking about aggression, Hand Cannoneers standing on the walls. Do keep in mind, these guys take way less damage when standing on the walls, and they have more range. So, hands off play there by Ezdiv. A breach is formed, and although elephants and scholars are one of those combinations that you really would love to see out of the Delhi, I can't help but think that it's just too easily counterable by, for example, one of these guys, right? Bombards. I mean, I think these 3, they 2 shots. 2 shot an elephant. So it's very... Oh, Lord, a massacre. Oh, Lord. Have you ever played a custom game of Rome Total War where you let an army of peasants attack with ladders your walls, where you had all the archers on the walls? That's kind of what we're witnessing here, but then in AoE 4, right? There's peasants charging at the walls, and there's hand cannoneers on the walls shooting them down one by one. That is brutal, and all the peasants just died. Literally no damage was done to any of these bombards. All died in vain, mates. Nasty business. Now a hand or a mangonel is going to come. I mean, a mangonel hit on those beautiful hand cannoneers would absolutely be disastrous for Ezdiv, right? You know what else would be disastrous for Ezdiv? Aggression from Magna. Magna could just walk into Ezdiv's base, mate. It's ridiculous. But he doesn't do it. He doesn't know it, perhaps. Now, mangonels are going to get torched. A little bit of a miss micro here from under. Oh, that was a lot of damage. Not a whole lot falling just yet. But Ezdiv needs to take note. I mean, this army is going to go down. So it seems here for Ezdiv, he does manage with his bombards to snipe most of the mangonels. One more remaining. Doesn't see it though. The elephants are way too fat. And the mangonel keeps firing. The bombards have to go back. He does now finally see it and kills the mangonel. I mean, not bad traits, honestly, for Ezdiv. If a lot of these elephants fall, that's actually kind of nasty. And you do see these scholars trying to heal up the elephants, but it's not enough. The bombard damage is too much. Another mangonel joining the fray here. Ezdiv immediately spots it, and we'll probably just one-shot the mangonel with 4 bombards now. That's exactly what's happening. These elephants will not be able to go and live to see another day. More mangonels joining the fray here at the back for under. A forward keep is being built by only 3 villages, though. That's not a lot. It's going to take a lot of time before that keep is going to go down, but there's no army for under. He's armyless. Let's take a quick look here at the stock take. 91 eco and barely any military. Now swapping to hand cannoneers himself. But what are the hand cannoneers going to do? Right? I mean, sure, they're pretty good and pretty effective against these men-at-arms. But I'm not too sure, mate. I'm not too sure. He needs more. I think mangoes are a good call, but you need to be able to deal with the bombards. Maybe a cap switch if you can afford it, right? The horseman into mangonel, something like that. force the enemy bombards away, let the mangonels do the dirty work. But now angry German infantry just flooding the Delhi base, and it doesn't look shiny, it doesn't look pretty, it looks rather nasty here, honestly, for Under, as TCs are going to fall. Now the production buildings are going to be targeted by the angry German infantry. Bombards way at the back, though. Rally point a little bit lackluster here for Elzbach. Might want to send them a little bit more forward, although I don't even think he's going to need all of that extra reinforcements anytime soon. Towers are being placed for a little bit extra vision. Germans are bashing the heads in with the big two-handed maces. They will make no prisoners. Prisoners is not a word that comes in the German language. I wouldn't even know. I know German pretty well, but I would not know the German word for prisoner. I don't think it exists. It's just death. It's just death. And that's all that's going to be sold here, honestly, by the German infantry. We do see some villagers making a run for it, getting back. I mean, I don't know where you came from, villagers, but go back. This is not where you want to be. This is not where you want to be. I mean, for some reason, the hand cannoneers are shooting at the mosque, though. A little bit of a BM towards the other fate, I suppose. The Holy Roman Empire has a history of not dealing too well with other fates, I suppose. But this is kind of BM, mate. You don't have to do that. Just finish the landmarks off and be done with it. At the same time, though, looking at the minimap, we see Plago just chilling, honestly, and the same goes for Magna. No very big orange blobs in the red or in the blue, and no big blue blobs somewhere in the red as well. So, I mean, the action really is right here and right now. We don't see anyone making a wonder just yet. No wonder out of Elzbach as well. Taking a look at the perspective of Elzbach. I mean, he just could definitely build a wonder right now, right? He could just do it. He doesn't want to do it because he needs more reinforcements, right? As Under is kind of doing a good job of staying alive still in this game. He is going for those horsemen. Those are only veteran horsemen, mind you, and he's playing Delhi. So the upgrades, before they start kicking in, before those veteran horsemen are actually elite horsemen, could take another 10 minutes, depending on how many scholars he's got garrison, and it's zero. 6 more minutes on biology. Upgrade to elite horseman. Casually, 10 more minutes. I don't think Under has 10 more minutes. I'm quite sure 10 more minutes is not going to be given to him. And that's like the good thing about these about the hand cannoneers. They do not require any upgrades, right? It's just an elite an Imperial Age unit, which straight away is super powerful. It doesn't need any upgrades. And although it was looking very, very nasty here for Under, I don't know how he managed it, but he's gotten some bombards out. He's got a substantial amount of hand cannoneers out, and he's pushing Elzbach back. The keep is going to go down, and I mean, although he did suffer some nasty casualties, looking at his ego, it's only 67, right? Some production buildings have been shut down, but to be quite honest with you, it could have been way worse here. It could have been way worse. I mean, his eco is in shambles, right? Make no mistake, but at least it can have a little bit of a breathing room. And what do we see here? Talking about a blue blob. You spot it on the map. And the blue blob is actually going to try and deny Elzbach his reinforcement. Now, we do see the elite Landsknecht just for the hand cannoneers. A handful of these Landsknecht on the hand cannoneers, and it does a lot. And I mean, a lot of damage. The red reinforcements do look scary. I mean, Elzbach is not backing out, but now he's going to have to face Royal Plago as well. Plago's aggression here, or at least his attempts on aggression, might be able to give Under the necessary time he needs to get back into this game, because he's battered, bruised. He's already halfway down, right? His eyes are like punched in if it's a boxing match, right? So he really needs to break. He's on the ropes. But if the referee calls for a little bit of a break, he might be okay, right? Blue and purple might be teaming. Fair. They might be teaming. And I mean, I wouldn't blame him. At this point in time, Elzbach has won too many free-for-alls. And I don't think Plago or Under have won a free-for-all just yet. But on the other hand, what's Magna up to? Magna has been chilling. I think Magna is AFK, right? Magna is literally just chilling. All these towers here, by the way. What the hell? He's chilling. He's got grenadiers. He's got bombards. And that's all he needs. He's got... Oh, mate. He doesn't have the fucking stone to build a wonder. I was about to say he can build 5 wonders. But now, as you can see, he can't go aggressive anymore. You can't do it. There's 2 people all of a sudden trying to go aggressive on you. Now, what's Plago going to do? If they are indeed teaming, obviously, Plago will not go aggressive on the purple blob. but who's to say that they do? Oh, that's a bad trade. That's a really bad trade if you're a... That's all, mate. So these are Landsknecht. These guys are light melee infantry, and they do a lot of AoE damage with the big two-handed swords. Ideal to kill villagers with, or other light infantry, ranged infantry, right? But not knights. Not knights at all. Now, all those bombers are going to get siege down. These guys, obviously, with the marching drill upgrade, they will walk really, really fast. You see... Again, the battlefield engineer squad has been called upon to repair those siege engines, and they are going to be able to do so. If they do it, come on, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have battlefield engineers, go get it down. He does manage to get one of the bombards, now realizes it's time to fuck up because it's not worth it. In the meantime, all the Landsknecht army has been killed by the knights. Not a great army composition here for Esdiv. Obviously didn't know that Plago was going to go for him, so he didn't know that maybe he needed spears, right? On the other hand, in theory he needs spears, but a lot of man-at-arms does the job as well if you're the HRE, because the maces do extra damage to heavy targets, right? Which these knights definitely are. Wonder in the corner. Oh, wait, what? What are you on about? What are you on about? What corner? Oh, lots of trade. Wonder corner. Oh, the wonder corner. I was about to say, mate, that is a wonder corner. I mean, is it though? There's not gonna be space for any wonder. Maybe here. Maybe here. Maybe Esdiv knows it already, right? Maybe he knows. The wonder corner. I like that term. We're gonna we're gonna keep that one. I mean, wonder corner is great, but his base is kind of falling apart. All these barracks, all these forward production buildings are going to fall. All of them. Those are what? How many? About 19 barracks. So that's about 30 production buildings going down. And about 5 siege workshops as well. That is so many resources. That is so many resources. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, he's got 12k stone in the bag. It doesn't matter, right? I mean, he's got all the resources in the world. He's got more and more woods down here. I mean, more woods down here as well. He's a happy camper, right? But his forward base is going to get absolutely pounded. And 2 very big armies, right? Of these guys are no slouches either, right? Placo and Under are both very high level players. Like, Under is definitely, like, I'm not sure if he still is Conqueror, but he has been for sure. And Placo, I'm well established into Diamond as well, if I recall correctly. Now, what do we see out of Magna? Magna, what have you been doing all game? I mean, I'm not sure if Magna is live at this point in time. But he's trading his heart out, right? With this training pose, I suppose? I'm not even sure. What's he doing? He is training with that training pose. At least he did. He doesn't do it anymore. What's he doing? He's not building a wonder. He's not really building an army either. He's not even at pop cap 1 hour into this game, right? He's trying to go aggressive, then gets shot by a tower. 1 grenadier will fall, and that's that. And then he just goes back. He's got 44k food, which is actually kind of insane if you think about that. Towers are going to be destroyed here. I think that was Magnus Tower actually, but it looked like a Chinese tower. A lot of towers here just being denied, honestly. So Placo decides it's not worth going even more aggressive on Esdiv, which makes it again a 1v1 honestly between Esdiv and Under. And Placo might say, okay, you know what, I'll go get Magna or something. As these villagers are being shot by... Get him, mate. Get him. Get him. Prison shank that one. Look at him getting the axe out. They decide it's not worth because there's a whole fucking Rohan kind of army kind of chasing them. Which is bad if you're one of these villagers. They will not live to tell the tale, that's for sure. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. They should finish Esdiv, I agree. I agree. They need to finish Esdiv, but they obviously don't know what his base is looking like. They haven't seen this. They do now know that he is building the one that their great palace of Flensburg, or whatever it's called, right? Flensburg, I think it is. So I wonder now, in the making for Esdiv. Do keep in mind, all players that are alive do now know that he's actually building a wonder, right? That's how that works. So I'm curious to see whether or not we're going to see like combined aggression. It does look like that Magna wants to go aggressive on Esdiv, right? But what about Plago? Plago's army doesn't look to go aggressive on Esdiv. It actually looks to just kill some more villages from under. And he's only at 133 pop cap, like more villages dying. His eco is not looking too good. He's got some resources in the bank, all right. He does, but still. Just sieging down towers. I mean, these towers mean nothing. The towers mean nothing, right? A TC for the emergency repair. Does the emergency repair work on a wonder, chat? It probably should, but is that OP or is it not? Let's take a quick look whether or not this is going to be, because it says if it is, right? Emergency repair and Elzbach Palace influence. If this is finished, we're going to take a look if it actually does. The food says yes, it does. Doesn't say though. Although you got the plus sign down there. It doesn't say it. Although you do have the plus. So, I'm unsure. Maybe a little bit of a visual bug again. I guess it does. Right? I guess it does. You can click the V in the grid. Okay, I can't. Alright. But hey, we would just assume it does because it does give you the plus, right? For both the Elzbach Palace as well as the TC. So that because it's full health, obviously. But okay, so it does work, and you gotta kind of give credit here to Esdiv that he did this perfectly, mate. Like wonder in the corner, left room for the additional TC. All of these towers right there, right? This one in the middle, the Elzbach Palace. Culverins just chilling here. A lot of culverins because he's expecting a lot of bombards, obviously. That makes sense. He's got his own bombards. I mean, his army's not even that great. TC's unnecessary with Elzbach. Is it, Finn? But doesn't it, like, does the Elzbach Palace also give you emergency repair? I don't think it does, right? I think only TCs do it. As bombards now trying to shoot down this particular wall here on the north side of Esdiv's base. The Delhi army has, they're like, these guys have been running rampant throughout this forward base, now taking a little bit of break, looking left and right. All right, lads, we did that perfectly. Good job. But they're not realizing, I don't think, that they're not done yet. They need to go out through the front. You can just run rampart through, well, ghost towns, basically, because it was uninhabited, right? Undefended. That was the most easy task of their life for these soldiers. They still have to go, because we are on a timer right now, chat. There's all about 14 to 13 minutes left. It does hover over the building icons. Wait, what this one? Oh, wait, actually. Nah. Building gained the emergency repair ability while within the influence of a TC. So it does, actually. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I think you are right, actually. You don't need the TC. Big brain, Finn. Big brain. It works like a TC. You guys are right. But hey, I mean, there's a TC in there. Whatever. Whatever. Now, the wall's down. Big brain indeed. The Lash big brain. We miss Lash. Lash is im Urlaub, as they say. Which means holiday in German. Alright. So, I mean, it's literally Esdiv in red is the Fire Nation, right? And the water and the earth and the air folk trying to go and kill the Fire Nation because they're the bad guys. Esdiv in this particular game is the bad guy. Very ironically playing the color red as well. I like it. Now what? Because Esdiv is 1v3. There's no way you could do this. Right? There's no way you can do this. 11 minutes away. Walls have been breached both in the north as well as in the south. Plago's the first one to enter. What's Esdiv army looking like? He can and he will. I mean, it's Esdiv though. It's Esdiv. He can do a lot. But I mean, 1v3, 10 more minutes, forward siege workshops. These guys can just really methodically 3v1 Esdiv, right? I mean, Bomber Tower's too strong. Are they, though? Are they that strong? As Relics are being picked up, he doesn't need the goal anymore, he thinks. Although I would kind of disagree. But hey, he's going to plant those in towers, chat. In towers, in keeps, in whatever. He realizes he needs more and more and more of these beautiful beauties. Like, I get it. Like, get him out of your normal monastery, but don't get him out of here, I suppose. Those horses you had yesterday would not have stood a chance. Really? Are they that good? I think you need the relic in the in the Elzbach, actually. What does it do? What does it do if you put it in the Elzbach? He's going to put it there. That's for sure. Multiple, even. I'm curious to see whether or not that's going to work for him. Emergency repairs now on the first tower. It's going to take a hot minute. More range, more damage. Fantastic stuff. Oh, it's literally hell on earth. What am I watching? These are knights, mind you. These are elite knights. And the first bombard tower is not even going to go down, is it? Chelsea just firing away like a fucking MG42 trying to go there. I mean, one tower for their efforts. One tower for their efforts. China's moving in. But what do we see? So the south has been protected by a lot of those towers, right? Where the north is going to be protected by an army. Mangonels have been brought as well to the table, which is a very good idea against so many grenadiers. Magna not really committed just yet, though, as towers are going to be built here by Rus villagers. As the second tower does fall, emergency repairs now off cooldown, so he can kind of extend the lives of one of those towers a little bit longer. As China looks to move in, spread formation for the grenadiers. Unfortunately, he's not really paying attention with his culverins. That's actually kind of nasty. Holy shit! They're just throwing grenades at the towers. They're all going to go down. Esdiv, I mean, the south very well protected, but the north, he didn't really take into account that much. There's no wall in the north anymore to protect him as well. He needs to go in with his army now, and he needs to win it decisively. He needs to completely shut down this army and then buy enough time so that he can go down south and deal with the Rus army down there. The grenadiers are just moving in. Like, you see a lot of horses being queued. The horses are doing an absolutely, in the end, decimate all these beautiful grenadiers. The mangonels are still firing. Only one mangonel remaining, though, but it's going to be enough. That's a whole lot of dead grenadiers. And let's see what we've got in queue here for Magna. He does indeed queue just more just more grenadiers and more bombards. He's got the resource to do so, but wait a minute. What is? It's only 11 archery ranges. That's going to take a whole minute, not going to lie. These guys take quite a long time to actually queue up. 22 seconds. That's nothing to really sleep on. So ideally, he doubles or triples the amount of archery ranges he's got. Meanwhile, I mean, the southern approach here from Playco has not been thwarted yet, right? He's just going to go around. Trebuchets bring to the table so he can safely, from a distance, get down these towers. But these towers are going to go down within now and, let's say, 2 minutes. These towers will be down, right? Then we still have 5 more minutes as they will have to defend. I mean, there's still a lot of ground to be covered here, but on the other hand, there's very little defensive still, though. Very little defensive indeed. Loki already calling GG. Emergency repairs once more on these beautiful, beautiful towers. Now horsemen are going to be running in, trying to maybe just siege down all of the bombards, because that's the high value target here, I suppose. But very well blocked here, body blocked by the Streltsy and the Knights for Playco. Although Streltsy don't really want to fight a lot of horsemen. It's not too shabby here, right? These trades are okay for Playco. Slowly, steadily, the offensive parties are going to gain ground. But is it going to be in time, though? Going to be in time, that is the question. As Esdiv, the absolute mad lad that he is, just jumps out of his bunker, tries to torch down more bombards, which is absolutely worth, right? This is 1,000 resources, and most importantly, it's just going to take a whole minute before the next bombard is actually at your base. First CC here is going to fall. Nothing too crazy still here for Esdiv, although they gain ground very quickly. And I'm not sure why Under is just chilling, right? I mean, he's sure he wants those guys out, I suppose. And he's going to get a little help with that, with about 13 bombards being brought to the table by Royal Playco. I mean, you can have the Elzbach Palace all you want, but 13 bombards basically two-tap a wonder, right? Maybe even 1 tap hit. Now, we can see another big Chinese offense is going to be mustered here. The Horseman Legion of Esdiv needs to make sure that they go down. What did I hear there? Did I hear another Wonder being built? I didn't. Okay, never mind. I don't know what I heard there. 5 minutes left. There's not enough time, but is there not enough time, though? I mean, it's still a big, big, big distance they have to cover. You guys might be right. Maybe this is it. Maybe they can't win. More houses are being built. Just... Wait. They're building houses just to be annoying? I guess. Big brain plays. Blue and purple. Has not faced as if army yet. True. Oh shit, hide the timer. Ooh, that might be a big mistake. Oh lord, there's the bombards. That's one bombard going down. Very high value target. There's another bombard definitely going to go down. That's 2 bombards down here for Playco. A 3rd, a 4th, maybe even a 5th are going to go down. These bombards are out of position. They will decide just shoot back. That's the best defense. There's the 4th or 5th bombard going to go down. That is a lot. That is a lot. Oh, the game timer. We'll get that out. Do not worry, my man. Do not worry. There we go. There we go. Just for you, my man. Just for you. So we do not spoil anything. We don't want to spoil anything. Now, the elephants finally entering the base of Esdiv. Again, a lot of dead people. Both for Esdiv as well as for Magna. But they need to hurry. That's a lot of dead horses, by the way. Holy crap. Holy crap. It doesn't really matter, but hey, we'll get it down anyway. Do not worry about it. Do not worry about it. Now, again, ground has been gained, and the trebuchets are now going to free fire. Like, the best thing that these barracks now are doing is actually making sure that it's very hard to navigate through the base towards that wonder. There's still a good amount of distance to be gained here for the offensive team, but they're getting closer and closer. Mangonels now joining the fray more and more. Trying to deal with the Streltsy, trying to deal with the Grenadiers, but there's so many bombards. There's so many bombards, both from the Rus as well as from the Chinese. But the Chinese completely forget to defend the bombards. Now they do realize that's one bombard going to go down. You can't keep throwing away your bombards like this. This is the most important. But I was about to say, wait a minute, Playco, you can very much help your Chinese friends here if you just get all these Mangonels down. Mangonels are free firing though. All of the horses are going to die. I mean, Grenadiers do so much AoE damage that it just doesn't matter. You don't even have to body block these guys. Just throw grenades at them and they die. Esdiv looking very rough. Looking very rough. I mean, the first elephants are at the gates. What time we've got left? 3 minutes? It's going to be super close, mate. We're going to be super close. The horse is melted. There's no resources in the bank for Esdiv. He has no eco and he has no army. The horse is trying to just hide behind the gates. 3 more minutes. I mean, honestly, this might be game for Esdiv. It might be game. And now we will find out how strong the Elzbach Palace with a relic in there is. How much damage can these guys take? It's only 6,500 resource or health on one of those buildings, right? Compared to the Elzbach, which got almost 10k health. So the wonder isn't even that tanky. Bombards closing in left, right, and center. We do see the Culverins trying to fire back at the bombards, but the numbers are not there. Eco for Esdiv absolutely in shambles. Elephants dying left, right, and center because of these emplacements from the... Jesus Christ! What the fuck am I watching? It's absolute nastiness. Holy shit. The wonder is being attacked, though, by the trebuchets. You don't even need to get the wall down. And I mean, if it's only a couple of trebuchets, but in 2 minutes, I'm pretty sure this amount of trebs, 6 of them, will be able to get the wonder down. The wall has been breached here. I think this is game. It's game. It's game. Emergency repairs, but he needs villages to repair it. He's got 3 villages. 2 minutes. It's not going to work. He's going to go down, chat. If these trebs are... Oh, the Culverins on the trebs! You've got to be kidding me! No way! Where's Under's army? Under's army is non-existent, I suppose. The trebs go down, and the timer keeps ticking. There's literally nothing to defend this gap with. I'm not sure why the bombards are just not going in and going to try and kill the Great Palace there. Maybe the bombards are going to get sniped by the Elzbach Palace and all these towers. Maybe the bombards can't get in close enough. The Culverins being absolute poggers. One more Culverin is going to go down. There's literally literally all the army here for Ezdiv. He's got 2 villages left. Now we've got one more Roham, one more charge from all of the Placo Knights. A little bit over 1 minute still going here. Absolute madness. More traps need to be built, but they're not going to be in time. I'm pretty sure these bombards have to do the trick here. It's either the bombards. Oh, wait, what? Defend your wonder? Yeah, well, we knew that. Thank you very much. A wonder has been built by Placo in the assumption that Ezdiv's not going to go up. I mean, the bombards can't get close enough. A Hail Mary charge here for the Knights. Let's see how that's going to go for them. Undu just taps out. He knows he's not going to win this anymore. The Elzbach Palace shooting. Boiling oil. Look at the hell on earth. It's actually ridiculous. Few Knights are making out. They do start torching, but there's literally, it's barely any Knights left. The Grenadiers will go and try to end the wonder as well. They're going to do all or nothing, but they will all die because of the Elzbach Palace and all of the towers with the cannon emplacements. Is absolutely nuts, and Ezdiv is going to win this game. 3v1 wonder. There's no 2 ways about this. It is actually insane. More bombards are going to get shot down by these defensive outposts with the cannon emplacements in there, and there's a celebration wall of law by Ezdiv. This is actually nuts. GG and well played by Ezdiv. What the actual fuck did we just watch? This was my lunch break, by the way, chat. Fuck me.